Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. Davey Squires.
Well, welcome to the Squires Station, gentlemen. You guys, oh my gosh, you guys came on the perfect night because it's Margarita Day.
Is it?
Yeah, it's National Margarita Day.
Oh, damn. I had no idea.
We have some cherry limeade margarita over here. It's like,
Beer.
yeah, that's,
Cheers.
yeah. We do an internet cheers right now, like, one.
Here, I'll hit a 7 or 6.
Yeah. All right. Well, for those who do not know, we recorded an episode and it was kind of ballsed up by the audio and all that jazz. But what you gonna do?
We're gonna do it again.
Yeah, well, it's all a learning process, you know?
Yeah.
People understand the work that it takes to do what we're doing right now. Right.
There's a lot of cogs, man. There's a lot of cogs in the machine.
A lot of them.
Well, I'm here with the BastardCast boys.
Yes, the Bastard Boys. That's us.
And this episode is presented by the new and improved Area 67 Studios
I'm excited to see it.
Akron, Ohio. Whoa!
We'll have to do a.
I love that strobe light.
We'll have to do like a Facebook
You guys are
tour
partying.
or something.
Oh shit! Nick's taking a bong it. Whoa!
Whoa!
Hey! Shit! Is it 420?
Yeah. It must be a special thing in Ohio.
I'm smoking over here.
Oh,
It's crazy
man.
just to see y'all have so much fun and freedom.
Oh my man. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Dude, you look like you've had several bong totes. God
This meatball is my home now.
Oh my gosh. So this episode is presented by Jose Cuervo because it is Margarita Day.
Is it actually?
There's a bottle over there, so why not?
We're pretty fond of them.
But what do you guys do on the BastardCast? I understand you guys do a lot of different things.
Well, essentially, fuck bitches, get money.
Woo!
That's really the goal. No. We're a content creation platform. We just want to make stuff. I want to have a platform for whenever we want to do something, there's going to be people who see it. I mean, that's the general idea, right? Yeah, like, you know, we were getting into it a little bit last time of just, like, we're doing music, comedy, and reviews, I'd say, right now. I've been making beats on Logic, which is just fun, just to make music, and then people are just there for the ride. Even when you're gritting MIDI files and stuff, people are just like, yeah,
I'm loving it.
this is cool. And I'm like, all right, why not, right? Now, I'm a little curious as to what you, Davey, do, because you seem to be wrapped up in everything. What are these jam sessions you got going on? I'm really curious as to what that is.
Well, I also fuck bitches.
Let's just get that clear.
Let's just get that out of the way, okay? But these sessions of mine, they're I'm doing them here in Akron, and I'm getting different musicians together just to play my songs with me and record them professionally and to do video and edit that professionally, and it's a really good time working with all these different people.
Yeah, I noticed, like, it was you guys were just jamming, huh? Like that was just like everyone hopping together, going, "Who knows how to play this song?" Right?
Oh yeah, and they're all very talented. Like they know they know their way around.
Yeah, like I mean, I wish I could show off what we had going on. I was in a similar racket down here, getting jams together, and you're doing what essentially I was like planning to do when I invested in all of this gear. And that's awesome, man. Honestly, kudos to you. Like we'll get our time here in California, but what's more important to me is seeing people still able to be out there doing the music thing.
Dude, hell yeah.
Like, you know, I'm not sitting here upset going, "Oh, I don't get to go on stage right now." Like my big thought is I'm just glad that it's still out there and still fucking alive, you know?
Oh yeah, like that's great to see, and it makes things feel just a little bit normal, you know. Like,
Right.
Oh yeah.
Just to know that it's going down somewhere. I just hope that you guys understand how lucky you are right now to be able to have a little bit more freedom. Because are you guys open, or am I just talking out of my ass?
yeah.
Yeah, we've been open the whole time.
Really?
Yep.
Damn. You guys are like the unsung, the last ones. Last of the Mohicans, dude.
The Last of Us.
There's so much more room here too. Like there's so much more opportunity for multimedia stuff and music and video and art and just, you know.
Yeah. My mind's been expanded on what that really means doing this streaming thing.
Right,
Like
right.
the amount of different people that we meet. I mean, you guys included. I'm a legit fan, man. I follow what you got going on when I see you post. Like, I definitely want to check out your EP. Where is it on like streaming services? Because I saw you advertising the CD.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's on streaming
I'm gonna have to
platforms.
grab that off you because I'm genuinely.
Oh, that got you right there.
I'm curious as to what it sounds like because hearing what you got going on, everything's just quality, bro.
Oh,
It's
thank you.
Like, you know, like the genre or not, I'm not saying I don't. I really love the music you're playing, but either way, as a musician, you see it and you're like, quality.
I'm humbled because you're such a great musician. I mean, you're very. I know you're more so classically trained towards counterpoint and more towards that stuff. So I'm humbled because you know your stuff and you know your theories. So that feels good.
It's one of those things where if you know that, then every instrument can be played.
Mm-hmm.
Like the only thing stopping me from playing any instrument is if I don't know how to actually make a sound on it. Like I have a hard time making sound on wind instruments. But
Come play my didgeridoo.
yeah, Spencer's dope at it. He's got a
What?
dope didgeridoo. Yeah,
What?
he kills it, man. Hey, if you get your didgeridoo, I could mic
Dude.
that up. Like, I'm
Dude,
just saying,
Spencer,
we
get
could-
your didgeridoo.
Yeah, we can get down on the didgeridoo. Spencer and his didgeridoo. Yeah, I mean, so what I'm trying to get into with this is I love the idea of putting music in places where music shouldn't be. Like, I don't know. Right now, the big thing we
You
just
might went
did
there
is
too, huh?
invested in another interface because how like I have my piano running to you guys.
Yeah.
Like I'm able to do that on a PS4 and like any video game chats and stuff. So
Ooh.
I'm thinking there's a whole market of people there, just fresh people recycled that we control. Like do shit like throw auto tune on our voice and stuff like that, and just get wild, you know?
Oh my gosh. Like a PlayStation gig? Like a
Yeah.
PlayStation
I mean,
show?
there's so many chat places like with VR chat.
Oh,
Oh,
And, like,
man.
there's this one that's like an open mic simulator. So it's like you have a bunch of people watching, you get like a minute to like play, and all you gotta do is plug an interface in.
I want to get those.
So I'm just like, fucking we should put on shows right here. Like, why not?
Yeah, like what? I mean, that's a place that you wouldn't usually find it. That could be music you
Yeah.
could find there.
What I love the most is if there's someone talking shit and they have good comebacks, none of them are ever prepared for a full-blown, clean audio beat to hit them. And then song lyrics talking shit about them that is just on the spot. They're not ready for it.
Like,
They
yeah.
didn't know how to step up to the big boys. And like everybody else finds it hilarious.
All I
It's
said was your
it's
mama. He
contagious,
hit me
man.
with full
They should have had a
production.
V8.
We're just now able to stream it because we only had 2 interfaces and we needed a third to get it all going. Like there's all of our stuff isn't the coolest toys, but I think we have a pretty crazy audio setup for the dumb shit that we do.
Oh yeah. Now, what kind of interfaces do you guys have?
Okay, well, I mean, I have 2 cheap ones because all I needed them for was to run sound that to a location.
Yeah.
I have one that's like the generic one that everybody gets. I have a Focusrite Scarlett 2i3. That's
solid.
just the standard one.
Yeah.
My logic behind it is I have a good friend who is almost about to get his degree as an audio engineer, and the interface that they give to the students standard right out the gate is that interface. So I was like, that's why else
Yeah.
would I get something else? Like that's if it's good enough for them, then it should have been good enough for what I have to do, and it hasn't let me down once.
Oh yeah.
I love that it has outputs on the back, so I can stream my MIDI and all that stuff into my mixer board. Just have like an endless audio cycle there. Because on my board, I can like turn certain subs or output mains off on individual channels.
Mhm.
So that way there's nothing crossing. I can control what you hear versus what we hear and all that shit. So it's kind of fun. But
Oh, yeah.
nothing as cool as what you guys got right there. Like, you guys got some toys.
Pretty much the same shit, yep.
Well, you
yeah.
set it up cooler.
He's just straight up, that's the same shit.
Same shit, man.
Oh, man. I just want to pay you a livable wage to hang out next to us every time we stream.
Just interject randomly.
Yeah. I'll give you health benefits.
Whoa!
Damn.
Health benefits. Holy shit!
Wait a second.
That's
Whoa!
a hell of a lot more than I can offer. I can just offer him bad health.
Right.
So what's new on the music? What are you guys working on?
Everything.
This
Yeah.
motherfucker. Everything.
Everything.
Anything.
Is this my cup?
Are you actually working on everything, Mikey?
Sit down. Well, I'm worried about you.
He needs another margarita?
We're getting margaritas.
He needs a wheelie chair so he can move around the studio like you guys.
Ooh,
No, he's in a meatball.
that's
A
a
beanbag.
Beanbag.
I'm staying. I'm not going anywhere.
It's so comfy too.
I tried to get him to get up to get a microphone, but it wasn't
It was
happening.
fruitless. It was fruitless.
No, we can hear you guys perfectly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
a meatball.
A meatball.
Mm-hmm.
A meatball on a meatball.
This thing like 40 pounds.
How do you approach songwriting? What's your method?
I just kind of play random shit on a piano until it
Sounds good.
sounds good.
You just
My fucking man.
I mean, like I usually just sit down and start. I mean, I know chords, so it's like I'll just play this chord and then this chord. Oh, that sounds cool. Let me add this chord and boppity boo, you got yourself a freaking bunt cake.
You know,
I like bunk
you know, it's one of the
He's like, I like one.
you know, it's one of the main points that I was taught when I was learning in the classical environment is that great musicians start that way. That I have teachers that I really respect that say they have colleagues that they respect who can't even read music, they don't understand it at all, but they play beautifully.
Oh
So
yeah.
at the end of the day, is if you can do it, then it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah.
I hate people who think they're better because I do it this way.
Yeah.
It's like, how does it sound at the end of the day?
Yeah.
My
I know
way is so much better than yours.
Exactly. I know bookworms who can't make music to save their lives. That's all I'm saying. So, fuck that. I respect your sound.
Like
I respect all your sounds, man.
Like some of my favorite artists around here, just they don't have that even that training, but they know what sounds good based on their just artist instinct, and it's just like something else. But it's all about, like you said, all about the end product. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
I don't know. For me, once it starts to click, it's almost hard not to think in theory anymore.
Oh yeah.
I have a hard time turning it off, and that's not I'm so good that I'm always doing it. Sometimes it's you just want to turn your brain off because you're oh, that's too simple. That's just this or blah blah blah, and you're just shut the fuck up. How does it sound? Does it sound good? Move on.
Yeah.
Right. That's sometimes I overcomplicate things just because I feel like I have to.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, I feel like I'm the same way.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't need it. Sometimes it does. I guess to touch back on BastardCast, another thing we do with our Logic sessions, you're gonna have to excuse me for a second. I'm not gonna hear your voice, so Spencer's gonna have to tell me what you said, because I'm gonna have to put these headphones on.
Potato salad. Potato salad.
But
I know sign language.
a lot of what I do is while I'm making a song, I'll kind of explain why shit works, So not in an overcomplicated way, but I don't know, for what you're talking about, finding a chord that sounds good. I really like A minor. That's just a root position, basic way to do it. I know the notes in that chord are A, C, and E. So all I need to do is find that in different orders. The most basic form of that are the most basic inversions that everybody learns.
Mm-hmm.
And then you mix those up when you're playing. But as you get into jazz, as you were talking about, you get into these things called extended harmonies. The 9, the 11, the 12, and everybody hears those big numbers and they're like, what the fuck does that mean? It's just the 2, the 3, the 4 in the next octave.
Yeah.
So knowing that, if I want to make an A, C, E, and I'll throw the 7, which is G, so that'll be that. I'm going to do that, but adding a 9 and shit like that. So I'll find the 3 right here. So there's a 3, and then maybe the 7 right there. And then here's the 5. So there's my C, G, E, and then my root will be the bass. I just made a chord there, and then it's very basic, rudimentary. You want to add a 9 to it. Now you have that tension to it, or you can add a 11.
They can't hear us.
But then at the end of the day, when you find one you like, I'll take these 3 notes and maybe add the 9 sometimes.
No, yeah.
And then I'll do the same thing higher up, and then maybe lower, and just find what I like. I'm just playing A the whole time. I just found the notes that worked, and then mixed them up in different octaves and whatnot. And just switch the orders on them. I find 4 that I like for every chord. So when I'm jamming on that simple stuff where there's we're just going to be on the root the whole time, just doing a basic jam, you don't have to just sit there and play a root.
Mm-hmm.
You just think in your head, what are some variations that I like, that I know work, and keep them in your repertoire, And not to condescend, I know you know how to play music. I'm just saying that's what you could get from seeing BastardCast streaming when I'm doing the Logic sessions. It's not just me making a beat. It would be me taking something relevant from the song that we're making and explaining why does this shit work.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just to do a little more into what BastardCast does. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like I've been really getting into orchestral stuff.
Oh yeah, me too. I love it.
And I've been writing like a real dickhole because I've been putting a lot of flat 5s and flat 9s in it.
Oh shit.
And like there was a chord I played. I did like last weekend I did a whole song in one weekend, and I put the ending kind of resolves back to G, right? And it goes down in a chromatic motion. So it goes down from G, but it ends in an inverted G, starting with the root note on D. So
Like a second inversion.
Yeah. So it goes down chromatically, and I have my Logic hooked up to MIDI, so it tells me what chords are what. So it's like I played like a sharp 11 flat 9, but the root note is totally the flat 9. So it just sounds really dissonant, but it works well in that motion.
Huh. And you said you started with the D?
I started with G.
Yeah, but with the D in the root.
I started with G in the root, and I ended with D in the root.
Okay. Interesting. I could see how that would be very jazzy.
I was writing like a real dick, you know, like.
Dickhole.
I'm a dickhole. Come
Not
on.
a fake dick.
I'm
A whole dick.
A real dick. Fresh Squares.
Ooh.
Fresh Squares dick hole.
Oh,
This segment has
Spencer.
been brought to you by
I
Jose
think
Cuervo.
we brought something that I thought you guys would appreciate.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
What'd you guys
this is
bring?
Spencer's
Ooh,
pride and joy.
there's a puppy.
Doesn't make an appearance often.
Did
He
poop a
brought it
puppy?
out just for you.
Did he poop a puppy?
He's about to come back naked.
Oh.
I'm gonna
You said
clap
something
when he
about
does.
dick holes, a dog fell out his ass.
Yeah.
Hey, Spencer, I want you to know, not a single one of them got up. They were like, okay, cool. They were down. I just learned a lot about the three of you.
Oh.
Their face didn't even change. Y'all were just like, sure?
All right. Okay.
Spencer says he's a work of art.
Where'd Spencer go?
We're still trying to understand the dog that showed up.
It takes some time. There's a
Can you
it's a
interview the
monster.
dog?
Are you guys actually in
I'm saying.
space right now? Are you guys on Mars?
Yeah.
Part of the rover
Yeah.
team?
Yeah. Did you
I'm
guys?
friends with Mr. Beast.
Did you guys go with the rover, the Mars rover? Like.
Yeah, dude. I hitched along.
Damn,
My
dude.
cousin actually went up there. And I was like, yo, man, let me just roll. I'm on unemployment right now. I got nothing to do. I'll go to
Oh, this bad boy out.
check out the zone.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Dude, it's
So that's
full.
1,
What the
2, 3, 4,
410.
5 cakes.
I
in
need
this
to
motherfucker.
take a
There's a-
picture of that. Hold
there's
on.
a-
Hey, get it up to the camera real closer. Oh my god.
I'm jelly.
Spencer's face in those pictures is just fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
That's an outer space bong right there.
Damn,
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
Jelly.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
we're not on Earth. So take the couch with us.
I don't know if I got that kind of lung power.
Couch in space. Whoa! Here we go.
Cheers. I don't even know how to
This
start.
pleases me.
I'll take a dab hit while.
God damn. This is fun.
We might be higher than the last interview.
Oh, yeah.
definitely. We didn't have weed that time.
Oh.
We have
I
to
say
count
we
that.
make this a
We
weekly
had
event.
We had a pass.
Yeah.
I say we meet up every Monday and do a.
It should just be
a
the
bond
rest.
session.
It should just be the
Well,
episode.
actually, David, there's something I wanted to bring up. Have you ever heard of Jam Kazam?
Jam Kazam.
I'm upset that I haven't.
What is it?
Okay. So I actually wanted to shout this out because I think it's a really cool thing, but there's not a lot of randoms you can find on it. But if you have something you're organizing, it's a really good tool. So what Jam Kazam is an app or like a website that essentially lets you plug an interface into a computer and then jam with people in real time from all over the world.
Whoa.
Ooh, I like it.
That's
And
cool.
I was like, so what I've been doing in the gaming scene is collabs. Last time we did a Mario 64 thing with my
that was so
friend.
much fun.
We made a mod where you could do it on multiplayer with
Mhm.
everybody, and we had my friend in New York who streams play with us. So I was thinking of taking the same concept to music, where I would stream it, and your audio would all be picked up as well. So like theoretically, we could be jamming right here, you could be jamming right there, and it'll actually sound decent. And like we'll able to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that would be sick. That'd be sick.
That's
I can get
so
a couple
cool.
other musicians in here who would be down to do that. You know, California, Ohio collab.
Yeah.
California.
Yeah. And if we
Ohio.
were able to get video, because we'll have our end recorded. If you guys had
Cal.
video of it,
Mm.
we could even make some super
Oh,
cut
Cal.
collab video.
Col-
Out of it.
Calio.
Yeah.
California.
California, Ohio.
Yeah, I'll reach out to you about it. I'm just trying to do this with as many people as I know. Now that it's so easy
Mm-hmm.
to play music with people from all over. Like, I've done it, and there was some times where other people's internet wasn't where it should be.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, if you can plan it with people who have the gear
Mm-hmm.
and people who can, have good internet and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Then it's an actual great thing.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
I was like serious, like drummers from Canada, bass players in the UK, me in my living room, and we were able to literally be like, yeah, I know that song, and then play it,
That is so cool.
So worth looking into,
That's like the future of music right there.
right?
Like that.
Anyone around the world?
I mean, yeah, I
Ooh, that'd be a great
I
way to
think
get
that
clients.
there's a lot of things we can do
Yeah.
that people never have been able to do.
Mhm.
Like I could track
even-
a rapper from
Even
California.
down to mixing. Now you can go
Live.
in between frequencies. You could take out shit that, like, in the '60s, people would have just been like, "Pff, how did you do that?" Little
Poof.
luxuries that we take for granted. So I'm just trying to embrace it every way that I can.
Just like dab pens.
Yes. You remember dabs back in the day with that big ass blowtorch?
Big skillet.
Like you're
Yeah,
smoking
you're
crack.
like-
Like to have a chemistry set and a physics degree. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, if my mom would have walked in, she'd be like, "Oh my God, what are you doing?"
Speaking of that, I have a funny story about my first dab ever. It's nothing like super crazy, but it's just a funny moment. So I decided that for 420, I was gonna get some wax because I heard about it. Because back then, it was like this mystical shit that like nobody had heard of. It was like, oh, you got wax. You got wax. You got wax. Yeah. And so I was like, who has it? And it turned out to be this really gorgeous girl. Her name was Miranda, right?
Oh, I remember her. Oh man.
Yeah, man.
too bad.
She was just like, yeah, sure. Come over to my house at lunch because we were able to leave campus, and she lived right across the street.
And
And
that place was nicknamed the House of Wax.
the House of Wax.
Oh.
And randomly, my friend Ian, if you've seen our streams, he's been there a few times.
Big old tall fucking.
If you
blonde
know
dude.
him, like, he's not the biggest nerd in the world, but he looks kind of.
He looks the part.
He fits the bill.
Huh.
And but anyway, he pops up out of nowhere, and I was like, "What the hell, Ian's doing here?" And then right behind him are 3 of Miranda's also equally gorgeous friends, and next it's me, Ian, and then a bunch of beautiful women, and we're all seeming to be going to the same place, and I didn't want to be like, no, they're not all coming with us.
Don't jinx it.
And I was like, that can't be what's going on. But I wasn't like, I'm not gonna ask. I'm just gonna keep walking, see what happens. We roll up to the place, and we're all just chilling. Nothing crazy happened. Like you said, we're all just chilling, and they pull out the dab. And like I said, we just described what dabs were, right? My experience up to that point was like, like real basic shit. I couldn't even roll a joint yet. And I'm thinking, all right, maybe this goes on top of the weed or something, right?
Oh, I've done that before.
Yeah, but they put that metal thing, the nail, on the down stand, and she pulls up this huge torch. It was a big, it was like a real blowtorch.
Was it a blue
it wasn't
one?
like the little ones.
Was it a big blue one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now, when you say torch, they think it's those ones with the little button. That's no, this motherfucker
This is the
was
big
like,
crank one.
Industrial, like here to go weld something.
Pull it out a mag welder and shit.
It was like,
She got her goggles on, like.
Just do this shit.
She has goggles on, like. Whoop! Whoop! Whoop!
and at this point, in my head, I'm like, am I smoking weed? Is this weed?
Is it?
I'm making a decision right now.
Is this weed?
Is this actually weed?
I don't know. When I saw them heating it, I'm like, I only see other hardcore drugs do that where you heat something up.
Is this crack?
Like so.
Whoa.
And then
I
did take the dab, and I stand up, and I was like, oh, I feel it, but I don't really. And then I just sat down. And I don't really remember what happened the rest of that day. I know we went back to school. I know that we went back to school. I know that.
I had 5th period wood shop after that. I couldn't get my hand off.
What? Wait, when was this?
It was like
In high school, like
senior year.
Yeah.
I remember that I was not in woodshop, but I would hang out at woodshop.
You would just pop up randomly.
Because I didn't have a
Likes
fifth
wood.
period. I was just chilling. so I wasn't just doing work. I was just laughing at shit. I was just being high as fuck. What are you doing?
I remember the teacher. He'd be like, "Hey, you're not in this class," and you're like, "No."
No.
Okay.
You're right.
He's like, "Okay."
You're pretty observant.
He was like, okay.
So wait, did you guys just take a half day then? What? I'm confused.
No, I just didn't have a 5th period my senior year.
Oh.
I was just chilling. And then,
You was one of the-
I was a wrestler in high school, but season was over, so he would just let us leave. So I literally would just end my day every day, halfway. Senior year was chill. I didn't take any fucking tests.
They ain't coming back.
I didn't none of that shit. I just lived it up, and then ended up in the same situation as people who did.
Obviously, it didn't work.
And I was like, you know what? I'm $90 richer.
Dude, I was a nerd. I was a total nerd. I spent all my fucking study halls in the band room just dicking off.
Oh, I would do that too. But after school, I would get high as fuck. So, and then kind of dig around still. I was nowhere near as good, but I was still playing music even then. I would literally play every day at lunch and would buy my lunch with just like people putting dollars in. Never got in trouble.
Damn.
Like teachers were getting A on it.
Nick's on that grind.
Yeah, it was funny. It became like a joke. I was like, let's see if I get in trouble. And people just thought it was funny. And it didn't even matter what I was playing. It was literally just hat full of money. And then I realized I should just do this on the street.
Just busking in school.
Hat full of money at school, hat full of
He's
money
just
out.
busking in
I was like,
school.
I'm prioritizing my time.
What?
Put the money in the
That's
basket.
amazing. Oh my god.
Have you ever busked?
I've busked, but not in high school, not in a school.
Yeah, he was just like the guy that just walked around school with a guitar.
Yeah, I always
He's
had a guitar.
he's that guy.
Oh my god.
And you know what people do when you're the guy that carries your guitar all around? You know what's the funny thing? I'm gonna untune your guitar while you're playing, running up behind
That's
you.
fucked up.
I used to make this joke that I should sharpen these. I should make them razor sharp.
Yeah, jokes on them. They have a hole in their hand. Just like.
Yeah, that's a little drastic.
What did you learn?
So where'd you guys grow up at? Were you guys in California growing up, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I finished high school like halfway through, like, in Ventura. Like,
Yeah, you're a mountain man, right?
I spent most of my time up in the mountains. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Like, what was it like up there? I know some crazy shit happened. This is a safe space.
It's very.
Davey might judge you. I won't.
Like, you know everyone there. Like, you see a car go by, you know who that is. You're like, oh, there's so and so going right by. Like, crazy shit.
So like, if you do anything, it's like, hey, that's fucking Spencer. Like,
Oh,
what
yeah.
the fuck are you doing?
Shit spread. Like rumors spread like a fart in the wind.
Like a
Yeah,
fart in
you
the
hear
wind.
anything.
Oh my god.
I loved it up there, but it was
That's a great song.
too
there.
small.
A fart in the wind.
Rumors float like a
You
fart.
told me
in the
this
wind.
funny thing that I remember about your Game Boy
Rumors
where you
float
ditched
like
school,
fart.
but your Game Boy batteries died.
What's
I
happening?
just
What's
jerked off in the
happening?
woods.
I was like,
Dude, he
oh,
gets
yeah.
so fucking high. Just been sitting there like with his eyes.
Oh my
all
goodness.
Listen to my jerk off story.
Oh my goodness. Well, I spent.
Margarita.
I spent.
I'm good.
I spent.
What else is there to do?
Even though
I
it is,
spent
like,
6
national
months in La
margarita.
Brea, living in La Brea,
What's that like?
and I was about 2 blocks away from Sunset, and
It's a
it was
thing
really
that
fun. I was
Mexicans
just staying with a
created.
friend who sold drugs and shit.
Oh,
Even though they
like
drink all the
like
time.
Brea and like LA.
Yeah.
Majority
Yeah,
of
okay,
them.
okay.
Nice.
They're like, oh.
Yeah, that was the fall of
They go, well,
2019.
fuck that.
So
Wait,
Have margarita
like a
day.
good drug dealer?
yeah, he was into all. He was. Well, I mean,
Like-
what do you classify
like
as a
the-
good drug
Like the
dealer?
dirty apartment and like sketchy friends drug dealer?
Oh no.
Or like the,
Well,
or like the I'm
Some
making
stuff, yeah.
millions
I
of
think you like,
dollars
all the
and nobody knows my name drug dealer.
yes. The latter.
Not that
Yes.
Oh, damn.
Well, I didn't know all his friends, so I
You must
can't.
be one charming dude.
I can't. Well, I
You
mean,
don't
this was
hate
before the goatee Dave. You know,
You
this
got
is
most of it
this
off,
is
bro.
clean shaving Dave.
This is clean.
So
Non-threatening vibe.
yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, man. You know what? I want to know something. Why do you do music? What is it? What is it that like makes you put in all the effort?
It's really.
Bitches.
It's the bitches, but.
No, it's gotta be more than that. I've seen people like that. They suck.
No,
The money.
it's really, and it's not for the money. If you're in it for the money, I think you better leave. Like you're not gonna. I mean, it's not
I
money,
can
Phil.
tell.
I can tell you that.
When I came up here, like,
Yeah,
I
if
just
you're
knew
in it
he
for the
had
money,
probably
you're
sitting
in
there
it
for
for
like
the
2
wrong.
days.
There's actually this interlude
And
to
I
an
could,
artist
that's what I thought.
that I like.
I thought he was stuck
Um,
in that chair. I don't even think he noticed me
His
standing
son's
here.
name.
Oh.
But he has this intro, and all
I have
it
no
is
clue.
is like his friend
I
talking
was gonna be like,
about
what's happening?
why you should be an artist.
Mhm.
And it's like there's some little music behind it. It's very somber, very nice, pretty. But like what he's saying is basically stuff like, if you're trying to do this for money, it's the wrong way.
Yeah,
He said, there's this one thing I remember like almost verbatim, where I show up to jams and I play regardless of whether I'm getting a check or not.
Mm-hmm.
And it's your food, it's your coffee, and then he just trails off and the song starts.
Yeah.
And that's something that I think about, because for me, I've been in positions where it's like, this shit's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I just want to be the guy that makes songs in my room. Like, and anybody who says that they never once have been stressed out trying to do this shit for real,
Yeah.
you're lying.
You're not doing it. Like you're not doing it right. I want to like. I feel like if you, well, for me.
What is it for you?
For me, honestly, it's the people. Like, I've met so many amazing, not only artists and musicians, but people and personalities just by gigging in my local area. Like, I met Mikey over here, I met everybody at the studio just by playing music. And I've met so many great artists from across the country by playing music. And it's really amazing. It's incredible.
Crazy, right?
I met you by doing this. It's
Just
incredible.
By
Like,
doing shit.
yeah.
By doing music. You know, I feel like if you're a musician, it's like there's an attitude about you.
Mhm.
There's like something you can see. You see the grind. You see the fire. It's executed differently by everybody, but that drive, you always see it in a person. There's always like, you see people who are casuals and you see people who are serious. And that's part of the reason why I'm drawn to what you guys got going on, because it reminds me so much of what's going on over here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have the same story. I have a ton of friends that I met just playing music out here. Like a ton of badass people just in town. We're blessed that we get to live in a musical area. There's some places where there's the one band.
Oh yeah.
And like there's also some places where there's music every night. And it's like I think about that and I'm like, man, I'm lucky. Some people move away to like be able to have that. And like we're just sitting here every day is like, fuck it. What do you want to listen to metal? There's a spot over here. You want to listen to jazz? Spot over here. The blues guys are
variety.
You know, there's rap groups, there's reggae everywhere because it's California and a beach town.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, but
yeah, like up in the mountain town, all we had was just metal. Everyone loved metal.
Dang.
bunch of mountain men just
Mountain metal.
Let's go throw tires off cliffs.
Yeah. Get that rubber to the road.
Oh man, you haven't lived until you've seen a tire fly 300 feet into the air.
Yes. Yes.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's the real reason. I mean, like, I do really enjoy it, or I wouldn't do it, and I really do enjoy learning a lot more about music. I mean, you can never stop learning when it comes to this stuff. I mean, it's incredible.
That's true. I actually have a dark note on that, but yet it still keeps me going somehow.
Mm-hmm.
When I was at school, there was this man named Richard. School environment was like, think of high school. I got this class, I got that class, but instead of math and science, it was like ear training, music theory, piano lessons, piano performance, but like same format, first period, second period, third period, with a little more freedom. It was college.
That was in San Francisco, right?
No, that was here at our music program. Our music program in Ventura College has one of the best programs in the state. It's actually renowned. It's not university Like, you can only learn so much there.
Yeah.
But what you can learn there is the basics. And that's what I'm really strong in.
They do it well.
But anyway, what it was like for me there was just playing, practicing, jamming, playing, practicing, jamming, see the same people, same faces. Then all of a sudden, this 70-year-old white man named Richard walks in to my piano class. It wasn't my private lesson. It was like the general public piano class. And one of the requirements.
Yeah.
And he was there. Very talkative. Talking like he had been there the whole time. Like, he just straight up, hey, how you doing, man? Hey, what's up? Whoa, what are we working on today?
Oh my god.
Like he's known you for like 5 years.
Yeah, and I was, okay. And I always thought he was this kooky old man. Because he would talk to you just all. You just set some time aside if Richard talks to you. Because there's no leaving. There's no way for you to talk back.
Oh
and
no.
he's gonna keep going. He's never gonna stop. so eventually you have to be like, all right, Richard, come on. And I underestimated him until I saw him take out a saxophone, and the way this motherfucker played that saxophone was just like, I'd only heard that on a recording. I'd yet to see someone actually do it. And then I started walking into him on the practice rooms, only to find out if he took one class at VC, he had access to the practice rooms. And so now he's practicing up there, and I'm asking him questions. I'd even sometimes have my early band rehearsals there. We'd play blues, and then instantly I'd go across the room. Hey, Richard, how'd that sound? I mean, it sounded like a bunch of white people playing the blues, but like, whatever. Like, if that's what you're going for. And so I'd start asking him these questions. What does that mean? What do you mean about this? And then after about 2 questions, it's not teaching time. It's chop building time. So
wait, it's what?
And then he just goes back to doing his shit. All right, see you, Richard.
All right, Richard.
He'd see what I was doing. I don't want to do the whole, I was doing well. Let's just say I was doing good. I was with the top tier students. Okay, like, I was one of the people who was looked at as like strive to be like that. And I'm not trying to brag, just for, I don't know, guess context. He would see me get better, playing pieces that, I couldn't do it now, but back then, when I was classical music all day, I was doing like Beethoven shit that was like meant for 50-piece orchestras, but like condensed for a solo piano to do all the parts. That type of stuff. And he started liking me, this guy Richard. And he'd always be like, hey, Nick, you could try doing this. Why don't you try going out and like gigging? Why don't you try? And I was 20, wasn't allowed to go to the bars, and a lot of places wouldn't let me play. And he went, you know what? Just show up. Someone will let you in. And dude, there were like 3 places that served me drinks. Like, they were just like, oh, he's another musician. What do you want to drink?
Yeah.
I was like, if I say no, I look suspicious. Sure, I'll take it 805. Let's see what he got. We rolled over and had a great time. Started meeting people. And then my questions stopped being, what kind of music should I play? And it was like, how do I go out and do it? And he would say things like, go to jam nights, see what the people are playing, learn how to play all of those songs. Even if you don't like them, know how to play all of them. Because one day, someone's not going to be there. We need a bass player. I know how to play those songs. You'll be up there all night. And then I went from playing classical music to going to jam nights. And I did just that. I learned everything on every instrument except drums. Not a drummer. But then people would be, I'm not here. And I'd be like, well, I can do it. And then there's nobody else. So for 3 hours, now we have a 3-hour gig. And that's how I would train on how to play with just people.
Yeah.
Not doing the this is a piece, it goes like this, but to go into the world that we live in. And then Richard started hearing me do that, and his tone changed. And that's the whole reason on this story sticks with me. Because he said, stop. He basically told me, do something else.
What?
And I was like, why? Am I not good or whatever? And he said something along the lines of, it's been a couple years, but I'm 70 years old. I have 3 master's degrees, and I'm working on another one, and I will never learn everything. I'll never learn it all. And so, in a way, his goal was, I want to learn everything. And disappointment, I guess, towards the older times in life, that he wasn't able to accomplish that. And one day he just disappeared. I think the gig was up. They're like, you can't use our stuff. And then he found another college.
None of that.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
But,
You're too old. Get out.
But I hold on to that, and I think about it, and I'm okay with not knowing everything.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it kind of makes me excited, because then I'm going to always meet people who know something that I don't.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And every time you jam with someone, I feel like a part of them and a part of you kind of leave with each other musically. Like, whether it's, I don't want to sound like that, or how do I sound more like that? You know, like, and either way, every jam has impersonation on us. So I think I'm okay with not knowing everything. But I still always think about Old Man Richard. Because I got to say, he was a great guy. He was a really nice guy, very respectful. And every time I play blues music, I'm like, would Richard say that sounds like a white guy playing the blues? If it does, change it.
Mm-hmm.
Change it, bro. Change it.
Can't sound like that.
Yeah, man.
Nobody can.
I'm full of people
Yeah.
who like stick out like that, and I'm like, I'm gonna remember you. You
Well,
know?
Yeah, nobody can learn everything. Like,
Exactly.
and that's the fun of it. Like that. If like, yeah, no, like that's the fun of it. Everybody knows something different.
But who knows what it's like to be old? Like, really, it's got to be a total change in perspective.
Well,
I can't imagine that.
He's at the point
yeah.
where he's like, how did my life turn out? And we're like, how is my life going to turn out?
Well,
You know?
but I feel like his mentality was to learn everything, and that's not possible. So when he's old, he's gonna still be disappointed either way.
But can't you respect that the man had a dream and
Yeah.
never stopped chasing it?
Oh yeah.
Even though it was a futile effort. Because while one person might not know everything, collectively, we all do know everything.
Yeah. It's
all
teamwork.
been put somewhere,
Yeah.
recorded. So, like, his efforts contributed to something, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I think. But I'm just upset that he was like, didn't want me to feel that same disappointment.
It's
You need a heart of stone.
It was like, and again, not trying to be full of myself, but I feel like he was like, this guy's so good that he actually would do the trek, do the journey, you know?
yeah.
So, like, he was like, in a way, I took it as a sign of respect because he's like, he thinks that I'm able to do it. And it was just like, I guess, his own interpretation. I don't agree with it, but it's also, it's like one of those things where,
Yeah.
like, I haven't forgotten it, you know?
Yeah. I think it's half that and a half a mindset thing, because I know a lot of older people, and I don't know why, but my friends tend to be older than me, and
I have a lot of older friends.
yeah, and it's
Keynote Lounge.
Oh, man.
oh yeah, well. It's that, and like I'm more of a jazz guy, and those guys are usually older. it's really for whatever reason.
That's true.
But it's like I know a lot of older musicians, and they're all right with not knowing everything, and they kind of take that as it is and kind of just take advantage of it almost. And say, well, I'm not going to learn everything. Might as well be as free as hell with what I'm going to do with the rest of my life, you know?
Oh, yeah. Hell
That
yeah.
just
Hell
blew
yeah.
my mind.
It's like that.
Davey's dropping knowledge.
I'm dropping bombs, man. Like, booga, booga,
Wait,
booga,
no,
booga.
Spencer, do it one more time. There we go.
Bada boom.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's the other side of the coin.
Oh, man. So,
Oh, man.
for a song to be finished, what does that mean to you? When a song's done, what are the elements to you that you put in your stuff?
Oh, man. For a song to be done, I don't think a song can ever be done. I always want to do something else to it. But when I gotta actually think about, have a mindset where it's like, all right, Davey, you gotta stop. you gotta stop. There's a point where you have to stop, because if I don't think about that point, I just never release it. It's like something always could be added. I'm like, ugh, this could always be better.
They have fade outs sometimes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, yeah.
I can't end it.
I can't stop adding shit. And I'm like, you gotta release that at some fucking point, dude. Like,
It has to end, man.
yeah.
It's a 17-minute long song.
Dude, yeah, like, seriously. Like,
It's all killing my vibe.
It's like the Doors, Lizard Man, or Lizard King, or whatever it is.
Not long enough.
that's probably what they felt.
If they're a half an hour, that's 5 EPs.
Dude.
Okay?
Dude, that's why my live shows, I just jam for 30 straight minutes. It's like...
It's fun.
Oh, yeah, it's fucking fun as hell. Like, oh, man.
I always think that songs are supposed to have 3 to 4 main elements. Bass, obviously bass. You need that root note in there somewhere, in some place. And then you need harmony or rhythm, whether it's an acoustic guitar and a bass, electric guitar and bass, cello is a bass, and then violins.
Yeah.
Violins could be a guitar, and the cellos and bass could be a bass. So you still have those elements.
Oh, yeah.
And then the third element, I always think we should have a melody. Like that's like, if you don't have a melody, you don't have a song, because that's where the copyright happens.
I would
Yeah.
it all falls apart there.
No
You don't have that.
And the other thing,
Yes.
if you want to get crazy, is counter harmony. I don't know if your music is doing that, or counterpoint, counter melody, not harmony, counter melody.
Yes.
It's just like when your main melody is doing something, when it gets quiet, you can have another melody.
Like some contrasting motion or something.
For the people who don't know.
Yeah.
And if you have those 4 elements in any form, it's always going to be good. That's in my opinion. It's just a matter of what do you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if it's a shuffle beat, you know, just make the bass do the bum, throw some drums,
some
you have your rhythm
walking,
guitar,
yeah.
and then solo. There's your melody, song, done. Moving on.
Bada bing boom bong. Now, Nick, you know I'm never that simplistic. I'm not. I can't. I gotta fucking put 2 basses in. I gotta put fucking 3 fucking harmony, like I melodies in. I gotta put. Sometimes I put a fucking whole, like fucking 2 drum parts in. I'm like, what the fuck do I do?
I challenge you
Oh,
to
shit.
one day try and stick to 4 bars of music.
Oh no!
See if you can make 4 bars of music, still have the rise and fall, and like make a movement or one section of something off of just those 4 chords. You can make them quiet and like rise back up, do any crazy rhythms you want, but 4 bars of music.
I'll call it the BastardCast special.
I challenge you.
Yeah.
I'm calling you out.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
bastard special
I better
right
get to
here.
work.
Get to work.
Whoa!
Yeah. So what are you getting into? What's this week looking like for you?
Oh shit! I got school. I got fucking work. I gotta edit these episodes. Season 2's coming out on Monday.
Ooh,
This
there we
is-
go, there we go.
Shit.
Season 2 of the Station of the Squires.
Monday.
Monday. Oh yeah, yeah.
They got the effect.
Yeah, this has been a great time. I mean,
Yeah.
Dude, hell yeah.
Where does this stream to? Your website, right?
it streams to all the Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. And it's gonna be on my website too, but
Oh, nice.
all
We'll
those.
definitely add that to the fucking playlist.
Dude, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, just like a 40-minute episode. Oh yeah,
Oh,
it'll
yeah.
be it'll be music, and then a 40-minute episode will come.
I'm definitely gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Please, it'll just be on shuffle, and they'll be like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Yeah. While it's streaming, dude. Like,
Oh my god.
End up there in the background music.
Oh my
No, I'm doing it. I was
Oh.
bummed last time because I was like, oh, this is dope. This is like
Right,
a-
all right, yeah.
Now I'm glad we're back at it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
God, yeah, man.
I'll let you guys know when it's out and when it's gonna be coming out.
Also, now that we're a little more comfortable, I do also have some other beef. I need to point out to
Some-
all the Davies fans. I want to say it crystal clear that Davey accepted an offer to make some music on top of music that I had already sent him. There was an agreement.
Yes,
He confirmed it,
I confirmed it.
and I haven't received
Oh, no.
anything.
I downloaded the files.
Fine, man.
Oh.
So this will be on Spotify, right?
I'll put it.
I'm gonna make a clip.
I'll put
I'm
it.
gonna put this on TikTok.
Oh.
It can only be like a minute.
Yeah, it's fine. You can do part 2s, part 3s. I can make
I didn't do
3 weeks
Should
of
I,
content off of that.
should I
So
make
here-
should I
here we
make the
go.
album art
You're
your
just
face?
You're just, no, the storm's coming, David. You
Oh
understand
shit! The storm's
that-
coming.
Oh,
that
man. No,
we can make
no.
commercials, and I am not above paying to promote those commercials all over Ohio. I will make sure
Oh,
Yes.
no.
see that
Oh
you
shit!
promised me like 12 bars of music,
I did.
and my heart was crushed.
You didn't give a due date.
Bob Doe approved.
Give me a due date.
No, it's
Tomorrow.
fine. No, just
Tomorrow.
I think your fans will decide for you. They're gonna get tired of it.
I'm
Like,
gonna-
you know those ads where you're like, oh, God damn it, this ad again? Like, it's gonna be that.
Oh my
Okay?
god. Oh my
Every
god.
time you watch a Facebook video when you take a shit, you will see
Wow.
BastardCast.
When I take a shit though. It's gonna be autoplaying when I take a fucking
Only
poop.
when I take a shit.
God, the internet is so fun.
I'm gonna be like corking out
People
one
make
like
a career out of that.
ooh, I'm gonna be corking out one like ooh, not this commercial again. Ooh.
Every time I push, it's this commercial.
Do your breathing exercises.
It's gonna get rough.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you guys both. This is
All right, man.
It's been a great. Hey, where can they find you guys at on the interwebs?
Definitely BastardCast on Twitch at BastardCast. That is the best place to see us. Pull up your Twitch at BastardCast. But on Instagram, it's BastardCast Productions. No underscores, just at BastardCast Productions. And yeah, that's really the only two you should need. The rest are there.
The rest are
But
history.
Twitch at BastardCast. It's very easy, very simple.
Twitch it, though.
Yes.
Thanks, man. It was a blast.
You got
Hope to be here again.
You guys are great. Hey, everybody can find me on Instagram at Davey_Squires and on Facebook, Davey Squires Music. Also follow Area 67 on Facebook and Instagram. These guys do an incredible job recording these episodes. And also, I have a website, dsquires.com. You can find all the past episodes, all the merchandise, and all my music there also. So
Woo!
it's all good in the neighborhood.
Yes.
And I also have a Patreon where all the bloopers are. So
Do you make Chihuahua shirts?
I do. I can if you want. I can custom make
A shirt for a Chihuahua?
Yeah.
But bloopers, man.
Dude.
Bloopers.
Gotta get those
Bloopers are always
bloopers. Gotta get those bloopers,
A lot of
man.
bloopers.
Oh, hell yeah.
There's a lot of bloopers.
Lots of bloopers.
There's a lot of shit on there. There's just a lot of shit on there.
What's up with the
Alright.
bloopers? You gotta show the bloopers.
Well, it was a blast. We will see you next time.
Yes.
Long live Davey Squires podcast. Long live BastardCast. Motherfuckers.
Where's
Peace out.
the piece? Oi, oi, oi.